Hello. I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit. Let's see if I can do this. Alright. So, let's see what the day has in store for us today. Let's give a little shuffle. Find myself in that space where we are connected to all, and all is one. Because the truth is, we come from the same energy source, you know. There may be different religions across the world, and people may, you know, be stuck and adamant about their beliefs, but really the truth is we all come from the same place, the same energy force, the same life force that runs through my body, runs through yours, and anyone else you happen to meet, whether it be the president, the Dalai Lama, you know, the guy sleeping on the street. It's the same energy force that runs through all of us, that connects all of us. Because of that, we really all are one, like cells in a body. And, you know, the sooner people come to realize that, you know, I think the sooner they can let go of judgment and feel more compassion, you know. Because feeling compassion towards someone who may be in an unfortunate situation or something, you know, is really feeling compassion for yourself. And vice versa. So let's see what the cards say to us today. What's the message that Spirit would like to give us today, that Source would like to give us today? What is something that we can ponder on today? We got the King of Swords. Let's see what else comes out. King of Swords. Swords are like about thought, you know. And the King of Swords is really someone who is very clear in his thought. Very clear in his thought. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. King of Swords, he's mastered his mind. He knows how to control his mind. He knows how to control his thoughts, observe his thoughts. He's very clear and concise and a little bit cold too. A little bit cold. Astrologers will say this is like an Aquarius energy. You know, kind of aloof a little bit. You know, very clear cut in his thinking. You know, knows exactly, you know, what he wants and where he wants to go, and is very direct about it, you know, which sometimes when you have that kind of focus in your mind, it can sometimes be exclusionary to those around you, you know, where you're not really in line with, you know, others who may be experiencing something different from yourself. Yeah, that's kind of like, that's the energy I kind of feel from the King of Swords. But we need this though, right? We need this kind of energy to keep us focused and directed and on track, and to be able to really accomplish the things that we need to accomplish. We need that mindset, that focus, that drive, that clear thinking. That's what I get from the King of Swords. Next to the King of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles again are like about being more earthbound, grounded, kind of in the more earthly energies, you know. And this queen here, she's holding her pentacle and she's looking at it, and you know, she's kind of in a state of thinking and kind of pondering more so the world around her, and being grounded in the world around her. And if you look, you see it's very, there's a lot of nature going on here. You know, she's in the dirt with the grass, and there's a bunny there, mountains in the back, and the yellow sky with the, you know, you know, flowers and vines up top, and mountains and hills and, you know, shrubbery. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's who's very grounded, and she knows how to use her resources. Is what I'm getting. You know, she knows how to utilize the things around her and be in alignment with her environment, really. Yeah. And she's also very accomplished. You know, she's grounded and secure. And these two energies together, really interesting, you know. Really interesting, really powerful, really, if you think about it, you know. Having that clear focus and that concise thought, and that drive of having a plan and knowing how to execute it, but remaining grounded and being able to utilize the resources that are all around you. You know, that's a really powerful energy, these two together. And is this, you know, two energies that we need to embody within ourselves? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why not? Could this also be different people in our life that we're experiencing? You know, maybe are you the Queen of Pentacles? You know, somebody who's very grounded and is you know, very much in tune with nature and their environment, and knows how to use the tools around them in their environment? Or are you this person who is kind of really driven and focused and clear cut and kind of almost even ready to cut people out that are not in alignment with them? Whereas the Queen is somebody who's more inclined to engage, you know, other people and utilize them, and not in the sense of using them, but to involve them in what she's doing, because there can be a mutual benefit. Yeah. Maybe this message is telling you that you need to, if you find yourself here too much, that maybe you need a little bit of this. Yeah, or vice versa. If you find yourself here, maybe you need a little bit of this. Yeah. Then we have the Six of Swords, which is kind of about moving on to calmer waters. Yeah, it's kind of like you have this woman here with a child, and on this side you see the waves are kind of you know, a little bit ripply and a little bit more, there's more movement, whereas the water that they're moving in is calmer. And then they're on their way there. They're already in the boat. They're already on the journey there to that calmer water, to the new place of you know, something that is going to be a little bit more calm for them, moving away from a little bit of the turmoil. But there's some sadness involved here too. You know, if you look at this woman sitting here, you know, she's kind of hunched over. She's kind of in her own thoughts a little bit. And again, that's what swords are about. Swords are about thoughts and ideas. And she's kind of in that space of contemplation, but yet moving forward, you know, into something calmer. But there's a little bit of sadness for what is being left behind, but there's also a knowledge that it has to be done. Yeah, it has to be done. Yeah. And so what I was just getting to is that sometimes it's difficult to move into calmer waters. I know that sounds a little counterintuitive, you know, because you would think that, you know, it's easier to move into something that's calm than to stay in something that is rocky and shaky. But the truth is that sometimes we get used to that shakiness. We get accustomed to it. It gets comfortable for us sometimes, that shakiness, and we think that that's our baseline, that that's our norm, but it doesn't have to be. There is always something better. Should you always be searching for that something better? No, you have to find spaces where you can be content with what you have as well. But when there's that little itching of discontent, then that tells you it's time to move in a different direction. It being next to the Queen of Pentacles is a little bit interesting. Really the feeling that I was getting was that this movement is really away towards the rockiness and towards a little bit more stability and groundedness. Yeah. Yeah. And then lastly, we have the Page of Pentacles. And the pages are kind of, you know, there's a progression in the cards where there's like the page, the knight, the queen, the king. And the page is a younger energy, a fresher energy, a little bit more spontaneous and naive, maybe a little bit too. But here he has this pentacle that he's offering, that he's holding up, that it's like the beginning of stability. It's the beginning of movement. The beginning of movement towards this queen status, this Queen of Pentacles, this groundedness. And, you know, and also towards the King of Swords. You know, we all need that clarity in our focus, you know, in our direction. Without it, it's difficult to accomplish anything. Yeah. So here's kind of where we find ourselves today. This fresh start almost towards stability, security, groundedness, happiness too. Like this yellow in the background here is really this like happy feeling, and it's the same kind of happy feeling, bright feeling that we get with the Queen of Pentacles as well. Yeah. So here we find ourselves ready to move in that direction, ready to move in the direction of greater security and groundedness and stability and connection with nature and connection with those around us and the things and people and circumstances and situations and experiences of our environment, of our reality. And you know, that's a pretty good place to be, man. I'll take it. I'll take it, definitely. But yeah, but again, all about balance. So, you know, finding ourselves in this space of ready to take, you know, into a new direction, and then moving in that direction, even though it cause a little bit of pain or sadness, you know, moving in that direction, having that clear focus to get you there, to get you to that space of really being very securely grounded and connected. Okay? So I hope it resonated with you. Definitely resonates with me. Definitely feeling that energy today. And, you know, take a look outside and feel that connection to the sky, to the clouds, to the people around you. Because we all really are one. We are one with each other. We are one with nature. And it's beautiful. You know, there's beauty in everything. You just got to know how to look for it. All right? Have a beautiful day. Aloha.